Previously on building Benny's movie park.
Let's go and put the first station segment here, and then there is the booster, and then it's going to drop so freaking hard. Yeah, no. Isn't this just a fantastic color for this coaster, honestly? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of building Benny's movie park. I know I say this a lot, but this time I'm actually gonna do something super freaking badass. This may, and I'm not even kidding right now, this may actually be the most badass thing in this entire park yet. That is, if it's actually gonna work. So let's just get straight into it. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to turn this into some Imperial corridor because those look super badass. And then here, I'm not even going to tell you yet, it's just too cool to be true. But like I just said first, these are going to be some really cool corridors for which we first need some room, so let's make some room. By the way, for the non-Star Wars fans out there, this is what the corridors look like that I mean, and I'm hoping to remake this as well as I can. So, voice crack right there. Of course, I have zero idea if that's gonna work or not, so I guess we will just see. The first step for me to take is to make this entire floor sort of dark gray, black-ish, because obviously it looks like that in the movies as well. So there is the ground, then I'm gonna need some walls. Starting right here, I don't know what color this is gonna be, but I guess we'll just see. And this is going to be quite tricky since it's gonna take a very big turn. I guess this is going to be kind of a guess. So far, this seems to be pretty smooth. Seriously, dude, that's really annoying. Okay, I think this is actually quite smooth and by far good enough. So let's go and make this wall a bit higher, all the way to the ceiling. Look at that, very nice. But the question is, what material? I guess metal is fine, but it seems a bit too light. But like I keep saying, we can always change it later anyways. Same thing for the ceiling, of course, guys. Right about here, I'm gonna put a smoke machine because I want this to be nice and closed. So now it's completely sealed off. Just like in this image, let's put some of these really big tubes right about here to cover up that stupid ass little thing. Those will also be that same color. And then there's also these thinner tubes. So let's go and put some of these here as well. And then how am I going to make those lights in between? That's the question. Then I'm gonna put some of these extra details down here. Like this tire, for example, looks pretty cool. I'm guessing this is the easiest way, but I'm not completely sure. And then we do something like this. They are a bit bright, I'd say. Let's put them on 0.5. And then we want the little ones in between, just like this. That's the best sort of thing I can make. Although those should also be on 0.5. So this stuff I'm gonna copy to the other side really quick. There you go. It has the same vibe. I like it, so it's fine. Let's do this again a bit further down the hall, like maybe right here. This already has the Death Star vibe. I mean, come on, look at this. I love this. Right here, there's gonna be one of these doors that you can see in the picture I'm showing on screen right now. Here we have the tiny little interface to open the door, on which there will be two little buttons sort of thing. You can't really see it, but one of them is going to be green and the other one is going to be red. Then we can paint this some sort of gray metal. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good. Now I'm just gonna add some random details to the wall like these, because in the Star Wars stuff there's a lot going on these walls. Okay, so I'd say this corridor is pretty decent. Then at the end here we need one of these doors. They're quite basic, but they do have a particular shape, so I'm gonna try and recreate that. First of all, using these wedges. This should be about right. Then this I'm gonna paint the same gray color as all the rest. Then this area is going to be more of a hangar type area, so I'm going to actually extend this bit a little more. Let's make some nice walls again to conceal the entire structure. Should be pretty good. For now, however, I'm going to keep this as an open area, except for the entrance, because I really want to work on the launch. I have some really cool ideas for that, so yeah. First I have to make another window similar to this one, except right here. Closing it up nicely. There you go. Now it's just these tiny edges. Okay, so that is the entrance to the launch. Now, I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious what this is going to be. This is going to be the jump to hyperspace, which I have a fantastic idea for how we're gonna do that. It's sick. But first of all, it means I have to make the walls completely black, like black as the night black. So I'm gonna grab this, and instead of gray, I'm gonna make it black. I think fabric is the most light absorbing, so I'm gonna go with that. Besides, we can always change it later anyway, but this is quite some work, this entire tunnel. So I'll see you in 3, 2, 1. Last bit of the ceiling. There you go. Now the entire corridor is pitch black, except for some reason, there's light here, and I don't know where it's coming from. Diamond once again magically fixed the problem. That means that now we can finally start doing the thing I've been wanting to do ever since I started this area. I am going to need sequencer. Here it is. This guy I'm gonna put right here. And now we actually do need some light. Okay, let's go and grab neon light. I'm gonna place one down right here. This one is going to be some sort of bluish. Then I'm gonna grab this and copy it a whole bunch of times all the way to the end. But actually, before doing that, I need to turn it to off because you'll see. Just like that. Very nice. Into the sequencer, I'm gonna add a new duplicate and put it like that. And just like this, I'm gonna have to put all of these in here with a bit of an offset each time, just like so. And this is actually quite some work, so I'll see you in 1 second. Okay, so now all of the neon bars are in here. That means that I now have to connect the sequencer to the track. And the question is, which track? I'm gonna add this one as a trigger. There you go, sequencer activate. So when the train goes over this specific piece, the sequencer activates and then activates all the lights. And you'll see what this does in a second. It's gonna halt, and then it's gonna launch, and there goes the thing. As you can see, that was a bit too slow, which means I'm gonna have to change the timing. Here we go, the second test. It's coming up, and there it goes. That looks better. It's still a bit too fast, I think, but it's definitely better. Let's go sit inside this for the first time. This is looking so great. These lights will be gone, so keep that in mind. It still can be a bit sooner. The point is, this works. The timing is just something I need to take care of later, but that means that I can now make more of these lines, if you will.
Day 4.
Guys, I literally just finished it. I'm gonna show it to you right now on Ride because it is too cool to be true. I'm gonna sit in the front row and let's freaking go. I am loving the way that looks, for real. Too bad there was a person in the way, but oh well. Now the only thing that's a bit boring is this room, and this is going to be a hangar, and I'm also, yes, gonna put a TIE fighter in here. So that's epic, but first I'm gonna make the ceiling black as well. For those, I can just use the same tiles. There you go. First, I'm going to add some sort of edge right here because that seems accurate to the movies, only on the left and right. Let's paint this the correct material, and then there's these sort of rows in between that are a bit wider, so let's go and add these as well. Basically like this. You can barely see it because it's a bit dark, but I'll fix that later. And then I just have to repeat this process for the entire wall. All very straightforward stuff. And these I also have to copy to every single one of them. Now this is a pretty complete wall. So then the same thing for the other side, and I'm gonna skip that really quick. I'm just making a nice simple structure for people to walk on. Not actual people, but the people in Star Wars. So now that this room at least looks a bit nice, I'm thinking we need a TIE fighter. One hanging right on the ceiling right there, just like in the movies. That would look awesome. And this ball could actually be pretty good for the base. Right about there. And then it's just literally recreating this picture. So let's go and make the tiny arms right there. Then for the window, I got this. Then the windows are obviously going to be a bit tricky, but I think just this way it should be possible. Something like that. It's a bit rough, but it's good enough. You can definitely see the resemblance. The wings are definitely going to be the hardest part. I mean, just determining the height is already a problem. Then we're we're gonna go sideways. Let's go and paint this into metal plates. There you go. That already looks pretty good, but it's not quite done yet. Then I have to make that edge around it, which is still gonna be gray. So guys, there it is. It's not super detailed, but it's cool enough. And besides, I have a file size to keep in mind, so that's pretty nice. Right now, I do still have to make it like connect to the ceiling somehow. Why does it look like it's wearing headphones right now? And there you go, it's hanging. Fabulous. Then here I'm gonna put a red spotlight set to pulse. There you go, as if there's some sort of alarm going off. And I think the theme of this coaster is pretty obvious: escaping the Death Star. And whether that's gonna be the name, I don't know, but something similar for sure. Let's make 2 more of these doors right here, the dark ones. Then the only thing I can still think of is just some of these cargo crates. Just a bunch of them kind of lying around somewhere. Stormtroopers, unfortunately, is not possible for this area, but we can make some Imperial officers, so that I'm definitely going to do, or actually Morin is going to do that, and then maybe a few up here and whatever, really. All in all, we've done quite a lot today, and I'm very happy with the progress, especially this launch. It is just beautiful. So then I guess I'm gonna wrap it up for today. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and if you enjoy my overall content, feel very free to subscribe. That would mean the world to me. Then I hope I'll see you in the next episode of Building Benny's Movie Park.